What's up, you guys? We have a question down from the comments section below in the previous video that I made on 20 signs to identify a covert passive-aggressive narcissist in your life. And one of the questions that we received was, do covert narcissists know what they're doing? And the simple answer to that question is yes. The example that I was putting down below in the comments section was, everybody knows the difference between right and wrong. And when you're living your life and you come into a situation where you have to make a decision, we all know the right decision from the wrong decision. Put it into example of a simple diet, right? If you're trying to lose weight, should you eat that piece of chocolate cake or should you not? You know that eating the piece of cake is wrong, but some people do it anyway. When it comes to being a covert passive-aggressive narcissist, I want you to put yourself inside of the shoes of this person. So this person is a covert passive-aggressive narcissist for a reason. For most likely their childhood, their needs were not met directly, and they were probably shamed for trying to meet their needs as children. So the only way that they could meet their needs was going about it in a covert passive aggressive way. They could never be overt and direct with trying to meet their needs. And because they couldn't be direct about it, everything has to be indirect. And when you are in a situation where you're dealing with a covert narcissist and you notice that they are trying to control you, they are trying to put you down, and you're going after the love bombing stage, you've entered the devaluing stage where they're trying to control you, everything is going to be covert, and they do know that they're doing this just like any person knows that they're doing from right and wrong. Imagine in a way that they see you as their pet to meet their needs. They see you and they want to put a leash on you and they want to control you and they want to bring you down, and because you're human they can't put a leash on you, so the only way to control you is to ruin your self-esteem, your confidence, your happiness, and your joy, and make you dependent on them, just like an animal is dependent on a human. My dog is dependent on me and he depends on me. If I don't meet his needs, he's not going to survive. They want to create that same dynamic with you. They want you to be totally dependent on them for your happiness. And if you're dependent on them for your happiness, that puts them in a position of power. And they finally can meet their needs of feeling some control in their life. And they're using you as the pawn in their life to achieve that. So that's why it's so important for you to recognize that people do know the difference between right and wrong. Now, it is also the possibility that many covert narcissists are not into the idea of attempting to understanding themselves and wanting to grow as people and become better people every day. With that being said, it's important to recognize that some of these people may blindly be following those behaviors. Maybe they don't recognize their internal pains and internal sufferings, and for that my heart does go out to them. They are suffering on the inside, and that's why the only reason any person wants to bring you down is because they're suffering on the inside. At everybody's core, everybody has a positive intention. Everybody, even the most extreme examples, even the person who's, let's say, a serial killer, at the very core, even though they did a horrendous thing, they're doing it to try to feel better. Because there is something inside of them that is broken, that is ruined, that they're trying to fix. It's the same thing with the covert narcissist in your life. There's something that's wrong in their life, inside of their emotions, inside of their core, that they're trying to fix through you. The thing is, they can't fix it through you, so you're just being a pawn that's being used in their game. They will never be happy by using you as their pawn. It's like putting a band-aid on the wound. The wound hasn't healed. They're just trying to use you as the band-aid. And for your own personal safety, for your own personal happiness, for your own personal joy, you cannot allow yourself to be the band-aid to their wound. They have to go and fix their own wound. So next time that you're dealing with a person, and I understand you where you want to love them because you are a loving and kind person, and you have a covert narcissist in your life that's trying to bring you down, They know what they're doing. They're trying to control you. They'll never tell you because their methods of trying to gain control are covert. They'll never directly say, I was trying to control you because I'm hurting on the inside. It would be very rare for a covert narcissist to step into the self-realization that there is something wrong with them that they should fix. And the day that they do, that will be awesome for them. It'll be an incredible day for them. But you cannot depend on somebody else changing for your own happiness. Because right now you're the one suffering by trying to help them, by trying to be the Band-Aid to their wound. The truth is that their wound is broken and they have to come to the realization that they need to heal their own wound. You can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped. Even though your heart wants to love and help people who are in pain because you are a loving and kind person, you cannot do that. You cannot help someone that doesn't want to be helped, that does not have the self-desire to be helped. And be aware, they may tell you, you may try to even bring this up to them, and you may try to make them come to this realization, and they might even tell you they want this help, but it's just such a dangerous situation because they might not even mean it. They might just be adjusting themselves for you to still think that they're perfect, and at their very core they might still be the exact same person, just still trying to control you. I've talked in multiple other videos about how the covert passive aggressive narcissist in my life, my ex-girlfriend at that time, she even one day told me that she was purposely trying to make me feel bad about things. She didn't say why, and she probably doesn't to this day understand why. And honestly, she came from a community of people, from a culture that was very controlling, that was very oppressive generally towards women in general. And I can understand why in her life she was not allowed to express herself. And even though I understand why in her life she was not allowed to express herself, and in her culture especially, she was not allowed to voice her needs, why she now, and not only her, but many other women that I've seen from this community of people, from this culture of people, I've seen many women in that culture struggle to voice their needs because they can be oppressed. Now, that's not saying everybody in that culture, right? Just I've noticed in that culture specifically, at least in the region that I've grown up, a lot of women go through that same trauma, and a lot of women struggle to meet their needs overtly because they were punished for doing so, and that's wrong, because I believe that all people in life should be allowed to go for their needs overtly. There's another example in my life. For a long time, what I really wanted to do was help people, and I wanted to build my personal brand so that I could help as many people as possible in my life. And the covert way I went about doing this was I helped everybody else with their personal brand, and I helped everybody else with their project, hoping that someday I would be able to do the same for myself. When finally it clicked to me one day, I just need to be over about my desires, my goals, and my needs, and just go directly in the direction of what I want to do. And that's why I started pumping these videos out for you guys, which I love doing so. So honestly, you guys, as you go through your days, just recognize that covert narcissists do know what they're doing. Everybody knows right from wrong. They might not know why they're doing it, but they do know what they're doing. So don't let yourself fall victim to that. And if there's anything else in your life that you want to overcome, that you've wanted, that maybe you've tried to meet in other indirect ways, also take some time in this video to think about where are the areas in your life that you have not been direct in meeting your needs. Where have you been falling behind, and where has there been a core desire inside of you that you have not been meeting directly? and go after and meet that need directly. And you will probably get nervous when you first start taking action, but eventually, as you take more action and you become more confident and more bold in yourself, you will continue to go after your needs boldly and directly, and that leads to incredible authenticity with yourself, with other people, and incredible relationships with other people, which will be even better for you because it will help you get and find other relationships further away, disconnected and disassociated from the covert narcissistic type of relationship that you've previously brought into your life. And you will go after and you will create better relationships in your life as a result of that. So make sure you go ahead and do that. Thank you guys for asking that question in the comment section down below. Feel free to comment any more questions down below. I love making videos of your guys' comments because I love knowing that there was a direct question that I can answer for you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.